finishing this wall, putting in the sheetrock. It's a little complicated with this 45-degree angle in here, 245s. But Ethan and I are working by ourselves because our mom and dad are both have the fever and are pretty sick right now. They got chills and headaches and stuff, so hopefully they get better soon. But yeah, it's coming together finally.
Well, this morning, I feel well enough to sit here on a chair and coach my boys on how to get this light rewired. I haven't been this sick in quite a while. Priscilla's starting to feel better too, so that's a good thing. Little Chloe is sick right now. Wyatt's still getting over it. So what we gotta do is we gotta go from that light right there, take a run of wire up along that crown molding over to somewhere there, and then we gotta punch over to this light right here. So once we get that done, then we're ready for the guy to tape in texture. He's coming tomorrow, so we want to get this wrapped up. Okay, now let's see if we can take it from the light and push it that way. Hey friends, I'm going to show you a little gadget that we picked up, and these are full color night vision goggles. Come in a nice carrying case, comes with an extra battery, carrying case, a lens wipe, instructions, and a charging cord. You actually look through them this way. It has a digital screen. These are low light gathering night goggles. And I'm going to show you, they do really amazing if there's just the slightest bit of, let's say, moonlight, or it can be even totally overcast during the night. But if you can't see your hand in front of your face, it's probably too dark. But what's unique about these, they're like full color night vision. They don't look green or anything like that. What we found is because it needs to gather light, it doesn't do very well if you pan like back and forth too fast. It does pretty well if you have it on a stand and you just set it there and you look through it. It's got a zoom, so it's got like you can zoom up quite a ways with the plus and minus, zoom in and out. Now the further you zoom in, I've discovered it gets fuzzier, but that's just to be expected. And then you can choose between taking video or taking photographs, and it also records audio. Now it tells you that it records in 4K. So I'm not really convinced that it's totally 4K, but I guess, I don't know, that's what the manufacturer says. So it does say 4K. It's not as quality as I would expect from 4K. It is night vision. It's not going to be as crystal clear as, you know, looking through binoculars on a sunny day. It's just not. But I'll show you some of the video that we took just last night. That was pretty spectacular. And another feature, these have built-in Wi-Fi, so they connect right to your phone. You make sure the Wi-Fi is turned on here. And you can actually have this setting, let's say outside or wherever you want. You can be at another location, up to 200 feet away, I believe. You can see exactly what this is seeing. You can hit record or take pictures. You can control it from your phone. These are not high-dollar night vision goggles like you'd expect from like Zeiss or Swarovski. These use AI technology to actually fill in color. So it's full color night vision goggles. So I think for the price, if you have a hankering to, you know, maybe do some deer spotting at night, or maybe you live in Louisiana, you want to look at some alligators, I have no idea, whatever you want to do, but these are really good for low light, but not great for completely pitch black darkness. So anyways, I'll show you some of the video that we took. Now this is the first video that we took about 7:48 p.m. and I was amazed how bright the mountains were. We pointed at the stars at a planet. You could see a lot more stars than you could see with your naked eye.
Well, here you can see I'm out here. It's absolutely completely dark, except there is moonlight, but it's amazing. Like you can see in the phone that we're taking the video how dark it actually is. I couldn't see very far out. I couldn't see if there's an animal or anything out here. But with these night vision goggles, I'm actually really amazed. The quality is pretty good if it's not moving. If you move it around, there's a little bit of lag, but just for like setting it on a tripod, it's amazing how dark it is and how well you can see. It's almost like broad daylight out here. This is what the phone is picking up, and there they are. So we've been looking around for deer out in the field, and we haven't been able to see any. So I thought I'd show you these horses. They're at least 100 yards away, and I'm just holding the night vision here in my hands. And I'm 9/10 of a mile from those buildings down there. So there, my sister and her family, they must be out for a walk. I guess we'll go over there and tell them hi. Well, there's a deer. The boys got up early this morning to go to work, and I looked out, and it was standing right in front of our door because we have some apples here. So now I walked out about 40 yards, and there you can see it. That's pretty neat. And there's not much moonshine, if any. It's kind of a cloud cover, so definitely it's still pretty bright even without any moonlight, or very little.
And guys, you can just go on the link in the description box if you want to get one of these and add it to your cool arsenal of fun things. Well, Priscilla and I are doing quite a bit better this morning. A little bit of a rough patch there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been about 4 days, hasn't it?
Yeah, we hadn't been this sick in quite a while. So
it's been like 2 years since I actually was sick like this.
she doesn't get sick hardly.
So it knocked us down. It really knocked us down. We are all pretty weak and worn out.
And now this morning Ethan isn't feeling quite up to speed, but he's still going to go. Him and Justin went to shovel off Priscilla's dad and mom's roof out of the snow. So I said, if he starting to feel worse, just please stop. But he insists he can do it. So we'll see. Chloe started getting sick yesterday, so she's just on the couch.
Some fever still.
Can't go to school this morning.
Yeah, it was a hard one, but we're so thankful that we're slowly getting back up to it.
So I didn't get much videoing in, and hopefully we'll get enough footage for you guys. But if we don't, hope you can understand. And thanks for your patience with us and following us. We really appreciate it, and we really want this channel to be a blessing to you, to your family, and hope and encouragement. And so we'll see what the day brings. I'll show you a little bit the wall that the boys actually finished yesterday finally, and then the sheetrocker is coming today to start mudding and taping and texturing. It's going to take them about 5 days, I think. So I'll walk over there and show that to you. So we had told you that this was going to be our living room, and then we later changed it. We had built this wall only to right here, and then we had an arch that went up here, and then this was just going to be open. This is going to be our living room. But the more we talked about it, Priscilla just came up with the idea, said, let's just stick to our original plan and make this a bedroom for the boys. Be a little bit more secluded and private. And I had to agree with her, even though it was a little bit of a drag for me to build this wall again. So we did that, and I think it's going to be really nice. We were able to get this wiring, so all these 3 lights now hook up to this light. So once we hit the switch, everything's connected in this room. So I had to work a little bit of magic to fish everything through there, but I think it's going to work out. There'll be plenty of room for 3 beds in here. I think it's plenty big enough, and I think it'll work out really good. We'll have to get some blinds for the windows. The boys can use that post for their hall tree. I think it'll be a really nice little room for them. And then we can use this area over here for more of our living room. That way the beds aren't going to be out there. I think that's a wise move. And then this will be a nice big, good-sized entryway here. We'll put a shelf all the way along here with closet rods, and then another set of hooks all along the bottom here for clothes. We can put shoes along the side here and boots and stuff along here. And then we'll probably have a bench that we'll put along here. Everything is still chaotic because it's better, but things are still sitting around a lot because we can't really do anything with our coats and stuff until this wall gets done. So we're focusing on that. Gonna get that done as soon as we can. So that's kind of what our day looks like. I'm just going to be working on some editing and just kind of keeping my feet up, I think. Making sure little Miss Chloe stays out of trouble. I'm sure she won't get into too much trouble. Well, this morning, Priscilla is making a green drink. It's so amazing and delicious.
It's a carrot and green drink.
Yeah, carrots and
lemons and some apples and celery.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
We're still not feeling the best. Still feeling a little rough around the edges, but
It's been a hard one.
kind of comes and goes. I felt better yesterday, and I just kind of the cough came back. But we're gonna get over it. There's some things that I pretty much have to do today.
I'm just really glad we have this juicer. We got it just before we got sick.
I'm so happy. It's about running over there, honey.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I don't even know. I think last video you saw us cutting up some meat, and it's still in the refrigerator. The stuff to be ground. I have to grind it today. I have no choice. It's time.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna throw it in the grinder. My brother's got a big commercial grinder. I had to run it through there a few times, and I think it'll be fine. Then I gotta vacuum seal it. The boys are not feeling well this morning either, so they're not gonna be able to help out. But that's good. They need to just relax and rest. So, anyways, it's snowed a little bit last night during the night out there, and you can see it's coming down a little bit, but a little bit more white out there. It's supposed to snow a few more inches, I guess. And the sheetrocker will be coming back today. And he put one coat on here. So, come back today to slap some more mud on there, I guess. I'm heading down to process that meat, and there's some wild turkeys just right around our place here. Don't really like them around because they wreak havoc. They went and ate all of our grapes last year, so the folks couldn't have any of our grapes. They ate a bunch of our fruit. They just make a mess. They poop everywhere, but now that we're around, we're gonna kind of keep them running off a little bit so they're not hanging right around the house. But it's kind of neat to see them, but still they're a bit of a nuisance. I'm here at my brother Lloyd's place, and this burger, because we were not feeling well, has been sitting in the fridge, and I think it's still okay, but we're gonna grind it and hopefully it's gonna be all right. Well, I got all my meat here on the grinder now. I washed it several times, rinsed it, and tried to get all the blood off of it. I think it's still good. It's definitely borderline, but it doesn't smell bad. Just a touch not as fresh as it should be. So I'm gonna grind it twice. I'm gonna put it in this bin. I got a big size screen there, and then we're gonna see how it works. So hopefully this will work. Let's see. Let's try it. Start shoving meat down this hole here. Comes. You can really run the meat through this thing. Oh my goodness, this thing's spraying. I'm gonna have to get something so it doesn't spray out of here like that. All right, now I got my backer splatter board on there. Let's see it start this thing again. Let's see how that works now. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. That pile of meat right there went through that grinder in probably like a minute. Unbelievable. When I was growing up, we used to have a hand crank, and I'd sit there night after night with my mom and crank, grind the deer burger. Oh, it was such an arduous process. So this is really nice. So I'm gonna take it, dump it back in here again, and run it through again with a smaller screen. All right, got my smaller screen in there now. Got all this burger up on top, and let's fire it up again and see how it works. Like it's supposed to. I almost have half of it done already. Well, what I'm doing next is I'm taking the burger and putting them in these Mylar bags right here. Squash them down kind of flat. And then I'll vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer. So I think I'm gonna have about 20 some bags and probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 pounds of meat at least a piece in them. So quite a bit of meat. So now I'm down here at the store, vacuum sealing them all. And everything just takes a lot longer when you're by yourself. This is how it used to be before I had children to help me. And Priscilla's not feeling well either, otherwise she'd be helping me, so. But I'm almost done, and I'm feeling okay. We'll get this. We're just a little weak, but we got it. It's all right. Really blessing to have this thing here. So there you go. Nicely vacuum sealed. And putting them down here in these boxes to take home. Well, Priscilla and I actually ended up making a quick run to town. There's some things I just pretty much had to get done, so we went and did it. It worked out. Glad to be home, though. Just thought I'd show you our barn here. I always like the way it looks. I think it's really nice, but yeah, it's snowing quite a bit. Snowing pretty heavy. Well, good morning. Look at this. We got about 4 or 5 inches of snow, probably 4. Of fresh snow out here this morning, and it's probably going to melt. It's already melting off the roof a little bit, so I don't expect it to last too long. It's real nice and pretty. Looks kind of like Alaska or Montana winters used to look like. And I'm definitely feeling better this morning. Still not quite there, but feel a lot better. I'm walking barefoot on this gravel, and it's a little hard on my feet. It's the weirdest thing for my sickness. This might sound bad, and I don't even know what the deal is, but in the last about 2 weeks, the whole bottom of my feet, like my soles, came off, and I got new skin. I don't know why. It was a sickness, I guess. Weird. It happened one other time, and years ago. So anyways, my feet are super tender, but that's kind of weird. I wanted to show you, though, one nice thing about I'm making the fire here, and I want to show you one thing that's really nice. Our renters that we had in here before, they picked up some pine needles. Those things burn like crazy, and then pine cones. They're just really burn really fast and hot, and really good. And then this is some really dry larch that we have firewood. So I split some kindling. So I'll just show you between the pine needles, the pine cones, and this dry larch kindling, fir and larch, it just roars to life. Okay, I've got my pine needles and pine cones in here now. So we'll just light those guys up. Burns really nicely once it's going here. A little low on the pine needles. Should have a few more, but it's all right. Add some kindling. And that'll be roaring fires shortly here. Okay, there's burning pretty good. It definitely is easier to light than I think in Alaska, but the Alaska birch bark is actually just like, it's like pine needles. It's almost explosive. So if you have that, that's really nice. But in Montana here, if you have the pine needles and the pine cones that are dry, those are really easy. And then of course some dry firewood. But one thing I miss about the birch is it smells so good. So that's really nice to have that smell. But you don't get that crackle. That's one thing you get on these fir, larch, and pine logs. You get that crackle and snap like you would imagine a campfire would sound like. And you don't get that with hardwood as much. This is a first meal that Priscilla's, like breakfast that you've made, Priscilla, in a while, hasn't it? Because of our hole. So this is kind of nice. French toast, eggs, and some sausage. So that'll be nice. And some dandy blend. If you don't know what this is like, comes from the dandelion root.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a substitute for coffee, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Priscilla and I have had like what? I think 2, maybe 3 cups of coffee since we came to Montana. We're pretty much off coffee.
Yeah.
It's just since that we haven't felt well. And even before we came down, it's been amazing. I really, really enjoy coffee. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a bit of a challenge in the beginning, but now I'm not even really thinking about it anymore. But I am looking forward to having more coffee. I don't know, we might scale back a little bit, not have it every day. Well, Priscilla has been off coffee anyways a little while.
Yeah, I've been off coffee for quite a long time. I would drink decaf every once in a while, but
So I might scale back a little bit.
yeah, we might actually get another espresso machine, but we'll probably just use it on, a couple days a week or something.
Yeah. All right, time to eat.
Well, guys, we are in, what is it called?
Side-by-side Polaris Ranger.
Yeah. And we're plowing out a friend's driveway for them, so.
They let us use their toys.
Yeah, I think Joe is just having fun.
Got this thing plowed for him. That was some heavy snow. But that little Ranger did a good job. Just a lot of pushing. Took a while, a couple hours at least, but it was fun, and sure they'll like it. So, good deal. Glad Priscilla could be here with me to do it. Well, Priscilla's gonna start walking home, and I'm gonna take this loader and try to plow our drive. We do have a plow truck that my brother just got, but now he got it stuck, so that means I'm stuck with this machine, but I can make it work.
Just look at that. That's pretty amazing. It's coming up the drive with immense amount of snow. Wow. Better get out of the way here.
got the drive all plowed out and everything. Just thought I'd show you the sheetrock guy was here again and gave it one more coat. So I think Monday he's gonna texture it and then we can paint it. So then we're almost there. Finish the trim and hang the door. Actually, the door won't be here for a few more weeks. But anyways, glad to be back in the house and get everything. Get dinner and relax. And Priscilla is juicing. Oh wow, I cannot wait to taste some of that.
Yes.
Carrot and looks like apples, lemons.
Celery, yep. Whoa, it's running over.
What you got going on, Justin?
Mommy,
A wacky cake with some egg white frosting.
Nice. So Justin made that for this evening for dessert. Had a good day at church, honey, huh?
Yeah, had a really good day. Yep, now we have some popcorn and Wyatt is fixing the lunches for tomorrow.
Yep, just playing some games here.
Yeah.
One more final thing I wanted to make mention is for the past 2 years we've done a calendar, mainly from our family and from the photos that we took throughout the year. So this is no exception. We're exception because we're getting it out late. It's already in January here, but I'll share a link with you in the description box below. Justin did the whole entire layout of the calendar and he did a really, really nice job. These are all photos that we took in Alaska. Some are full color photos. And then some are of our family photos, things that we did throughout the year. So each month you're going to get something different with some fun facts that Justin put down on some of those calendar months as well. So it's a very beautiful layout, very beautiful design. I think you guys are going to love it. So if you want a calendar, it comes in a couple different sizes. You can just go in the description box. There's a link. You just click on it, you order it, and it'll come right to your house. I think we'll wrap it up and call it a kind of a weird week. We're feeling better. Ethan wasn't able to go to church with us today. A lot of us are kind of hacking still, but sorry, but we're getting better, so we're grateful for that, and looking forward to this next week. Glad this week was over with now.
Yeah.
And what's this next weekend look like to you?
I don't know. Just keep on getting this place looking like a home.
Yeah, hopefully we can get our wall completed this next week. Get it painted and get all that done, and then I don't know what else. I guess we'll just see what it brings. But guys, thanks for watching. We want this channel to be a place where you can find hope and encouragement for you and your family. And until next week, Lord bless each and every one of you. We'll talk to you later. Justin's getting better and better on the banjo. He's spending quite a bit of time when he gets a chance getting there. Ethan's working on a family photo book there.